Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, and the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UNLV Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arizona Wildcats. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. To the air, it's Stark. Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Arizona in a hurry.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive.
All kinds of room to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you could tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays.
He's loose on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he added the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that drop.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Grab behind the line. It's O'Neal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Gets it to him on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Breaks the tackle. He had all kinds of cover. As soon as he got it, he had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Running it to the right. And some room to work. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try to get outside. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
This running back is so dynamic, and you've got to be able to take advantage of his speed by getting him to the outside. So that's why you dial up the toss play there. It's a nice way to change it up and get this guy in space to go make plays.
They're going to ride this running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give to the back. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UNLV. The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Makes it past the marker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield, it's Stark. Got his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The play action fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Rebels in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it won't make the connection.
funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard.
Makes the grab. He's got a first down. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the counter. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The give to the tailback. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Trying to get the edge on the right. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. After run, now throw. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Off the play fake on first down. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field. The opponent. That is a great play call.
So now it's second and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He finds a dead spot in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the point after is good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete on the right side. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Trying play action. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And don't get it twisted. A big part of this team's formula for success defensively is getting after the quarterback. In their last game, they had 6 sacks, won the game. They know they've got to be able to get after the QB, and this one put some pressure on them, and they're already off to a great start.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Time to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Back to pass, it's Stark. Makes the grab. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Takes it from the gun on third down. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They'll immediately call timeout.
On the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. That one will be incomplete. Down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and
reels it in down the left side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Tucson. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Arizona Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense.
He'll take the deep shot. He's got it inside the 30. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Use the play fake, down to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Scanning the field, it's Stark. Bringing the heat. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Makes a move. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Rebels offense is back on the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Caught in the backfield, it's Conway. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Spits it out to the back. Got a man, it's Conway. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. Arizona sending the offense onto the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Arizona right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Stark. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got his man in the middle. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it in the middle. It's Pedrino. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Grabbed over the middle. It's O'Neal. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona! They take the lead with the 6. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Pocket breaking down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play.
Touchdown, Arizona! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Quarterback making checks. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
People just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Looking to the big tight end. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
But when it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Looking to throw, it's Stark. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing what it...
Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Vegas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger and put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Looking downfield, it's Stark. The sure hands, it's O'Neal. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Arizona going back to work with another first down.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Pedrino.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's two really good plays in a row by this defense. So you've come up big, you've forced a third down. One more big stop. Now I can get him to punt the football, give my offense a chance to go down the field and to score some points.
There he goes. The 30, the 20. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Arizona. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Rides the back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Wildcats. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points. Looking to throw.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Offside. Defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.